seeing a lot of these people get upset about the Absolute Batman annual that came out. And I'm not even gonna hold you. At this point, when I see racists get mad at comic books, I just have to honestly remember they don't read this shit. Every superhero has beat up the Klan or Nazis in some variation. They don't like Batman. Y'all don't like Captain America then. Y'all don't like Captain America. Don't like the Human Torch. Don't like Submariner. Never liked Captain America. He's been punching white supremacists since he started. Couldn't have liked Batman. This ain't even the first time fighting the Klan. It's not even special. Then they do the same outrage when Superman punched a cop because he was abusing citizens, but then that cop ended up being an alien. So, like, technically cops shouldn't have been mad that he punched an alien. But I guess because that cop was beating people and Superman was defending workers. Which is crazy because the first Superman comics, he was fighting for workers' rights and women beaters and gamblers and loan sharks. He was working for the common man. Workers. Did we not read these comic books that we use as like racist talking points? The reason why y'all grift is failing, like then you got Peter Thiel trying to say he's Luffy, and like while the world's laughing at you stupid ass niggas, because y'all desperately want to be victims as you victimize people, and you're using a medium that has been explicitly used to champion voices of underserved, marginalized, or oppressed people. Now, no, make no mistake, comic book origin started as war propaganda, so I don't want to, just sing all the praises without being real with the history as well. But at the same time, comic books for a long time has always been used explicitly against fascism, even if it was hypocritical because the United States partakes in fascism. But if it was used to speak against fascism and whatnot, while being deeply racist. Okay, so comic book origins had problems. But a lot of these stories have been written over the years to represent helping those who have been underserved, specifically characters like Superman, Green Arrow, Mr. Terrific, things of that nature. So a lot of these characters were used as vessels to address social issues. They always spoke for people who were downtrodden. This has always been a thing in comic books. So when you have people who don't read these books, who talk about how much they love the original series and the original writings, I just always wonder how, because like imagine being a bigot and an X-Men fan. Imagine being a bigot and a Teen Titans fan back in the 80s. And they got mad then. They got mad at black characters. They got mad that there were lesbians in comic books. They've been saying comic books were a detriment to kids for years because it openly represented different groups of people. Morphed into comic books and he's shown to be androgynous or non-binary, and people are looking at, oh, he really loves Wolverine. Why is that a thing? Y'all don't read these books. And then that's another thing. We're arguing with people who don't fucking read. So like, I want everyone to temper their rage and anger because we're arguing with motherfuckers who don't even read the shit that they're using to get mad at. Imagine being mad and saying Batman will definitely be fighting against Black Lives Matter. When did Black Lives Matter walk into people's neighborhoods and burn encampments of homeless folk? To even make a racist thing where he's about to say Black Lives Matter and then Batman comes to break his arm and calls him the N-word. So Batman's racist? In what? Well, he was racist toward Japanese people. That's all he... I'm not mad at anybody who gets upset at this. Like, yo, look at the racists doing this. But you gotta remember, like, these are people who don't really read these books. That's why when Comicsgate happened, he had all these white books. I remember I saw one page when dude was like, I hit him with the power of 1,000 slaves. It was a white dude. This is the type of representation they want for black people. They want black people who, like, when they're represented, we want to do it our way. We want to do diversity our way. We don't want all your woke shit in our comic books. And be like, yo, but these are just adaptations of books that already exist, my nigga. Like, and they'll be saying that, and then like the main character have like a disability or crippled, and I'm like, bro, this person DEI too, so like Charles Xavier is a DEI hero. The X-Men are DEI heroes, but it's like you can't do nothing with these races. They want to infiltrate, bro. They've infiltrated almost every facet of entertainment, man. Gaming, sports, like these MAGA nuts are everywhere, bro. But comic books and anime, well, I ain't gonna hold you. Anime, a lot of the nationalism in anime is outrageous. So another can of worms. But when it comes to like trying to get into American comic books, man, when it comes to us nerds and weirdos, bro, it's something about the fascists that's just not, like, we're not fans of that shit. We've never been fans of that shit. Almost every hero we watched in modern history doesn't work. So that's why the biggest pushback against a lot of neo-Nazis ends up being other nerds. Because at the end of the day, a lot of our entertainment is just fundamentally against you. So when you wonder why, like, someone like Stephen A. Smith has more smoke for Jasmine Crockett than the racists that call him the N-word behind his back, it's because a lot of the media he consumes has no respect for other human life. As us nerds, us geeks and weirdos and outcasts who only have each other, who had to rely on each other, had to make forced families who learned to value the humanity of people different than us, because these were the people that showed us love and we want to show them in return. When we've lived our lives being othered and we want to be honorable, of course we're going to stand against fucking fascists and neo-Nazis. Because y'all don't read these fucking books at all. You're just racist. And you want to come to this with your escapist fantasy, your power fantasy, where you could just go in. Like, imagine saying that Batman is racist, you know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because the concept of Batman is like a power fantasy. So absolute Batman pretty much flipped the white man's power fantasy and made it a regular white man's fantasy, where, like, you're not rich. You're just a regular smart white man who cares about other groups of people, and he's using his white violence against other violent white people. Like, I'm supposed to be upset at Batman for snapping, and there's no other black people in this book. That's what makes this crazy. They're harassing Latino immigrants in Annual Batman. So these niggas still made it a point to somehow include niggas in something we were not involved in. I don't get it. You had Eric July, Jive Turkey, neo-Nazi, dick-eating ass, defending the vitriol against a racist manga picture, because I guess they're making a manga with Viz Media about a mixed race, half black, half Japanese person and what they dealt with growing up there. And, you know, of course, anime fans, we don't want this woke shit, get it out of here. Mind you, it's in Japan. So, like, you don't have to read it anyway. Like... And he's like, well, see, you know, I think a dude shared a tweet about it and saying, if we make our own shit, y'all get mad. If we support other shit, y'all get mad. To say you're racist. And then Eric July trying to run cover and, no, we're just tired of stuff where, like, the primary plot of the thing is racism. Where was this criticism for American History X? Where was this criticism for the Oz, where, like, one of the main focuses was the neo-Nazi Aryan Brotherhood prison gang? Where's that focus? Where's that focus when the main plot of the story, it'll be about 1640, about neo-colonialism? Where's that at? Where is this when it was all these goddamn war fantasies about World War II? And I guess that stopped when they realized how much of a fan of the Nazi Party America really was. Where is this criticism? It's never there, but for some reason, y'all always want to levy these criticisms toward niggas. How do we get involved in this? Not even any black people in this issue. Hell, there's barely any black people in the fucking comic. Like, I just don't get how, like, even in y'all racism, y'all can't just let go of y'all obsession with black folk. Because there's no black people. And then the thing with Black Lives Matter that pisses me off before I end this is that you can actually look into the real issues that happen with the splintering of Black Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter grassroots, right? Black Lives Matter ended up getting money, like $60 or $50 million. That they were supposed to then give the Black Lives Matter grassroots, which was the real organization doing community work that was helping people in the community, doing food banks and food drives, things that in the third. And Black Lives Matter, the organization or the foundation, they didn't give that money to grassroots. So they were buying houses and mansions. So the actual org, not the grassroots, which is the original Black Lives Matter group, started. So when y'all hear these people talking about that Black Lives Matter, it was a scam and a fraud, how the Justice Department is investigating them, because no one's doing any credible investigation, a truly powerful movement that was really could have been something revolutionary for our community was once again derailed by bad faith actors who put their association with capitalism ahead of the mission. And I'm saying all that to say, none of this had nothing to do with Batman Annual. So why am I seeing an image where Batman is breaking black dude's things, saying Black Lives Matter? But when did Black Lives Matter rate in the encampment? This is why I'm saying ignore these niggas and just read comic books. They don't read them anyway. So, like, they're just making shit up. So why do you listen to them? They be lying. and they're stupid.